Hey everyone, this is John Lee Hilliard from JT's Vending. This video today will be about my my secrets for or the secrets of how we became so successful, even though we started, from nothing. I didn't have an idea or clue about vending machines or anything or finances or personal finances. If I'm just being honest, I was completely lost. But in my journey, my faith journey, um, I wanted to become a better provider. I wanted to become a better father and husband, and I didn't want to let my family down because I didn't want to. I refused to change. So, so what I did was, by me being brought up and raised as a Christian, Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6, it tells you, train a child, train a child up in the way that they should go. Um, and when they become adults, they won't depart from it. Or when they become old, they won't depart from it. I departed for a second. I departed for a few years, but it was still in me. So when I, went through tough times in life, as one does when you don't follow the word, like like I didn't feel like I had backup or support, and I felt like I was every left and right turn I was getting hit and kicked and punched, and I just felt like I couldn't win for losing, and I couldn't understand why at the time.
Hi, this is Taylor from JT's Vending. Wanted to encourage you with the end of the year of 2023 coming up to look back at your 2023 finances. Do you want to be where you are now? If the answer is no, let us help you. Let your 2024 finances be the new you. We have two programs, one for teens and young adults called our ASIR Program, the Step Into Reality, and we have a program for adults called a Prosperity for Abundance. We want you to be the best financial version of yourself. Let us guide you in setting a budget, how to shop, how to get control of your finances and start winning for the year 2024.
And growing up, my grandmother and mother, my family member, God and faith and have faith and praying for us and stuff like that. And as a just growing up in it, I never really saw it because I always wondered why we so poor, why we don't have anything. If God is so good, why are we poor? And I thought that made sense at the time. It's just coffee. But in getting to my faith journey, I started to read the word for myself about 2 years ago. And I didn't forget it. I was finna make up a lie to myself and finna lie to you guys, but I'll just tell the truth, be honest. I had a problem with the Bible. And it wasn't for reasons you think. I had a problem with the Bible because I knew what the Bible said. I knew what it said. It's been preached to me. I've heard the values. I knew God's principles, and His word was His word, His living word, right here, instructions. My problem was not with the Bible. My problems were with myself, but I knew what the Bible said. And I get, and I used to say, man, I can't understand that. And I'm 38 years old. And I will just I'm as transparent as I am, with anyone else. I had a problem My problems was because I knew what the Bible said, and I know my flesh, the earth, the worldly John didn't want to do what this said, the Holy Bible. I knew what it said. And that was my problem with the Bible, with my faith in general. I did not want to do what it said. I wanted to do what made me feel good. I wanted to do what was fun. I wanted to do what was familiar to me and living in the world. And whatever made my flesh happy, that's what I would do. Um, and I was going horribly wrong for a long time. Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for watching this video so far. Sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to jump in just to let you guys know about our ASIR program. That's short for A Step into Reality. We try to prepare your child for the road, not the road for the child. So what we do is we try to focus on our neighborhoods, communities, and our city so that we can begin to affect our country. And the ASIR program here at JT's Vending can help our kids build the skills that keep them from forming bad money habits and descending into poverty. So that's what we do here at JT's Vending. You can go to our website at jtsvendingservice4u.com and click on our ASIR program. If your child is under the age of 17, you can enter them in that program. Go ahead and sign up. We're looking for a new location, but you can always sign up first, or send us an email with your child's name and age. And when we do start up, we'll contact you to let you know how to go ahead and when to go ahead and pay and what month we'll be signing your child up in. So that's our goal with our ASIR program. We're trying to reach as many young people as we can so that we can try to teach them how to build a better financial future now while they're young, instead of waiting till they turn 18 or 20 and then we want to talk to them about budgeting and spending habits. So thank you guys so much. Sorry for the interruption. Enjoy the video. Thank you. And it wasn't until these last 2 years of my, I'm 38, so 2 years of just reading the word for myself, learning what God is saying, and actually, man, I just surrendered. When I say I didn't surrender, sorry, because I feel like you surrender to the enemy. I yielded my life to Christ. I didn't find him. He chose to reveal himself to me at a time in my life when he knew I would be open and ready to receive it. Because if he would have revealed himself 5 years ago, I would have messed it up. Just being honest, I would have messed it up. So, right now, I want to go over. So, it's a parable that I want to read. That's in Hebrews chapter 24. Hebrews chapter 25, verse 14 through 30. So what I'll do, I'll read it, and then I'll give you what I got from that, and I'll just go over what I am seeing as an entrepreneur now, and it's building a faith-based family business, building it now from nothing. What I'm seeing from individuals that I interact with. So we'll go ahead and read the parable of the talents. So I normally read from the King James Version because I like the Shakespearean language and feel of it. But right now, I'm going over the Christian Standard Bible, the one we use at church. And just to let you guys know, if you do not have a church home, just to put a shout out to my pastor. So I hadn't been to church in a few months, but I read the word every day. And I hadn't been to church, and then we went to church last Sunday. And I talked to my pastor, but and then I called him today because I was going over some scriptures and stuff that I was dealing with in the word, trying to get a better understanding. And when I said Pastor Matt Crawford, like he is welcoming, like I never got a judgmental feeling of why you're not at church, why you haven't been to church, or why you this, why you that. Like he don't question, like he don't question it. He just he just goes, he answers your question. If you have a problem or issue and you go to him, he'll help you address it. But he never, there's nothing in the world that makes me feel like he's judging me for not coming to church. But anyway, if you don't have a church home and you guys want to check out a church with a solid foundation, like I've been to a lot of churches in my life, but how, and at different stages in my life, the church that I was attending was appropriate for the time and the stage that I was in my life. But right now, I'm at Trinity Baptist, right there. If you're in Memphis, Tennessee, Trinity Baptist right there off of Trinity Road, in Cordova, Tennessee. Trinity Road and Germantown Parkway, and I'll put the instructions in the show notes. But it's Miss Linda, first of all, is so welcoming when you come in the front door. The woman hugged me every time. Every time I came in there for months, she kept giving me a hug. I love Miss Linda. But the pastor there is a welcoming guy. He's very knowledgeable about the biblical principles. And even if you come at him with what you think the word is saying, like I do, because I'm reading and I'm trying to make sure that I understand what the word is saying and not putting John's commentary on it. Pastor Matt, he always comes back and explains it in a way where I can understand it, or he just gives me a different point of view, or a different way of reading it, and then showing me how to go back into different passages and chapters and books and look up what he's saying about the same thing, because I'm learning that the Bible doesn't contradict itself. So anyway, we'll read from the parable of the talents, and then we'll go from there. For it is just like a man about to go on a journey. He called his own servants and entrusted his possessions to them. To one he gave 5 talents, to the other to another 2 talents, and another 1 talent, depending on each one's abilities. Then he went on a journey. Immediately the man who had received the 5 talents went, put them to work, and earned 5 more. In the same way, the man with 2 earned 2 more. But the man who had received 1 talent went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those servants came and settled accounts with them. The man who had received the 5 talents approached, presented 5 more talents, and said, Master, you gave me 5 talents. See, I have earned 5 more talents. The master said to him, well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Share your master's joy. The man with 2 talents also approached. He said, Master, you gave me 2 talents. See, I've earned 2 more talents. His master said to him, well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Share your master's joy. The man who had received 1 talent also approached and said, Master, I know you. You're a harsh man, reaping where you haven't sown and gathering where you haven't scattered seeds. So I was afraid and went off and hid your talent in the ground. See, you have what is yours. His master replied to him, You evil, lazy servant. If you knew that I reap where I haven't sown and gathered where I haven't scattered, then you should have deposited my money with the bankers, and I would have received my money back with interest when I returned. So take the talent from him and give it to the one who has 10 talents. For everyone who has more will be given, and he will have more than enough. But from the one who does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him. And throw this good for nothing servant into the outer darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. The That was the reading of the parable of the talents from Matthew chapter 25, verse 14 through 30. So for me, reading that right there, among all of the other scriptures and other biblical principles about finances and wealth, that showed me clearly that when Jesus was telling this parable, it was showing, teaching people, or teaching me rather, that when you're in possession of the least amount, and you can be grateful and humble and prosper with the smallest amount that you have, God will bless you with more. There will be continued blessings. And that used to be, that I've heard it told in so many ways. I never read it myself until like 2 years ago, but I used to hear that and go, man, whatever. If I ain't got nothing, then I can't get nothing. And I thought that was true for a long time. But now that I'm running, running JT's Vending and coaching about budgeting and finance and personal finances, helping people like get off their paycheck to paycheck cycle, I'm learning that is extremely true. Like I've had to humble myself, which it was painful. I ain't gonna lie, it was painful to humble myself to understand that I need to be grateful for the little things that I did have. And God has been continuously blessing me and my family, like over and above and beyond. Like it's freaking crazy how many blessings have came our way just off of us being generous with our business, generous with our finances, generous with our time. And I try to get people to understand, when I'm, those of you who see me at those vending machine sites, if my vending machines are in your building, you know me. You know me. You've been knowing me since we've been there. If I'm at that machine, I'm generous. Like, and I get people go, no, I'll pay you for it. You know me. Here you go. Have a blessed day. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna get back to work. Because my blessings come more than just $1.70 for a bag of chips or $2 for a freaking drink. My blessings are way, way much bigger than that. So when I've had people with issues, they get turned up, I want my money back. Your vending machine did this. Here you go. Sorry about the inconvenience. Have a good day. Done. And it's just, it plays all the way back to, what, I can't remember the scripture, but it says like a angry word stirs up wrath, and a kind word something. And so I can't remember where it was or what it says, but it's like, I could have got upset and like, well, don't use my machines. No, sorry about the inconvenience, sir. Here you go. Sorry you didn't get your chips or your drink. Here you go. Chips, drink, and your money, and have a blessed day. But learning like how to be grateful with the small things, and learning that my biblical principles about personal finances and my principles for my faith are the same. It's to serve God's other people. My Jesus Christ he came down in the form of a servant. He came and served. He washed feet. He did all these miracles. He served people not because they could give him something back. So that's what I intend to continue to do in my faith journey, my business. All we do, we're generous and we enjoy serving God to the people. That's it. That's all we do. That's my secret to to being successful in whatever I put my hands on is because I'm focused not on I'm not focused on the value it'll create for me and my family. I focus majority of my attention on the value that it'll create for other people. Because if I'm helping you create value, then my blessing is gonna come whether you help me in return or not. If I'm helping each and every person that I run across do better in some way, my blessings come. I I, I know it sounds weird. It's weird to hear me say it to myself on this camera, but I'm a living proof that if you follow God's word, He tells you in His Bible. He tells you if you follow my principles, if you follow my word, He gonna keep His. Simple as that. He has with me, and I guarantee you, if you're a Christian and you're saying you're struggling financially and you're going, oh God, I don't know what to do. Stick to His principles. It's hard, but it's also hard struggling without knowing you have backup, knowing you have that support of like your heavenly Father behind you, and knowing that I have become I whatever I don't know, I became a better husband, a better man and father because I focused on biblical principles because I was lost. I tried to do it John's way, and when I yielded my life to Christ, it changed. Like it changed so quick, and it was like once I yielded my life to Christ, he's like okay, I'll show you. I'll show you that I am that I am. I am that I'm the beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega. Like he knew that at this moment in John's life, he would get through to me. He knew, and I used to get up so upset, like, Lord, why did I not know this sooner? Like, and I don't think I was ready, or would have been. I would have messed it up. So, thank you guys for watching this far. I truly appreciate all of the support. But my business, my family's business, breaking that cycle of generational poverty, building generational wealth has started with me, and it's freaking crazy. It's crazy, and I sometimes I lay in bed at night and or I'm at the table with my family or with my wife, and we taking pictures, and I just look and just thank God for just having mercy on me enough to give me the family that I have now, and to just give me just to have mercy on me. And He didn't have to. And I thank God every day that He allowed me to understand who He really is. Because I didn't give my life to Christ. Like, I don't add value to giving Him nothing. I'm just grateful that I'm able to sit here and say this now, because I didn't freaking believe it. I didn't. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't. I was brought up as a Christian, but I was forced to go to church, and then I was more of a skeptic. I more went and said it because it sounded good to be a Christian, And now that I know what being a Christian is, having Jesus Christ in here, being the ruler and king of my life and my family's life, it's in here. So I know that as long as I stay in the Word, I'm studying, and I'm being faithful to my wife and my marriage, and I'm serving my wife and I'm serving my children, God will help me continue to develop into the man that I want to be. But I have to walk by faith and not by sight. And I'm doing it more and more each day, because I thought it was impossible. I was like, you cannot live by biblical principles because it's so antiquated. It's a lie. Again, come to our church, Trinity Baptist Church, off of Trinity and Germantown Parkway, right there in Cordova, and you'll see for yourself. If you don't feel welcome in that church, if you don't feel, then find another one. But I guarantee you, that church has made a massive impact on just me in general and my family. So thank you so much, guys. That's my secret to building a successful business and being successful in general in whatever you're trying to do. Being a better husband, better father. Get in this, baby. You don't need but a little bit every day. You can do 2 or 3 sentences a day. You ain't got to read the whole passage. You ain't got to read the whole passage. Just read. You want to know where to start? Start. Throw the book in the air, catch it. Wherever it lands in your hand, whatever page, read from there. Just read a little bit a day. You don't need much. And I guarantee you, he's going to reveal himself to you. And I guarantee you, it'll change your life. Thank you guys so much. Au revoir. A bientôt.